Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your movie apprentice, and this is just a video to basically talk about where I have been for the last few months looking at my analytics. I have not done a review since the Matilda one, which was, according to the exact days, about 150 days ago, and I've not done a review this year at all. And as we're getting to the end of February, I just want to get things out into the open, into the world, basically, of where I have been and why I've not been uploading. Well, as you can see from the background, I have just moved out of my old place. That took most of January, sorting that out. So that was a bit. That was a hot minute. But obviously, we're now in the latter half of February, and there have been a lot of great movies that have come out. This has been a strong start to year for movies, and I'm actually behind on a few movies. I'm still not seeing Ant Man and the Wasp. Just for reference, I'm recording this on the 23rd of February UK time in the afternoon. It is now 3 o'clock, and yeah, there's been a lot of good movies. The Fablemans is literally everything to me. That movie is just absolutely fantastic. Knock at the Cabin was okay. Um, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish that lived up to the hype. The Wolf in that did not have to go that hard for the villain, but they did, and I feel like it worked really, really well. But as to the other reason why I'm not being, I guess these last let's say I have not been doing well mentally for quite a long time. The last time I could say I was truly happy was when I was in Chicago in 2018. That was probably the last time I could say I felt true happiness, where everything felt like it was going to be okay. And getting motivated has been a struggle these last few months, especially during the war season, because when I started this channel, it was all about basically having an outlet to talk about how much I love movies and just talk about the films I like, because there was very few people that I actually hung around with that wanted to sit down and talk movies outside the fact that is it good or is it bad. I wanted to get to the nitty gritty, the details, just the cinematography, the sounds, the whole process of making a film. And for a while, I've been enjoying that. I've met some great people. There are a few people that I would count as friends that I sadly only get to see once a year at the London Film Festival, which is another thing. This channel has given me the opportunity to go cover festivals as press, and that is something I do not take for granted. But the thing is, obviously, I had to be more active on social media and Twitter and such for getting my videos out there. I was after 5 years of doing this channel. This ain't me quitting, by the way. Like, the views are coming back. I just feel I owed what few you might be wondering where a movie apprentice video review has been. I just want to get things out there as to where I've been, so it doesn't seem like I'm just like taking these random little breaks because I don't mean to. And I blink, and before I know it, time's just passed, and it's not been a great time. But as I'm saying, I got into reviewing films and trying to meet fellow film people to talk about movies and how much we love them. And over the last few years, it has seemed that it feels like, as much as I know Twitter and the internet is just a minor echo chamber pocket of the world view as a whole, it still bums me out when there are people online that have this attitude of basically you are not allowed to like certain things, and if you are, then you are a shitty person or you don't know what movies are. And it's like, to say that we're all film lovers, we really love to rip each other down a lot. Now, bear in mind, I'm not talking about the people I know specifically here. Like, the people I know are great, they're fantastic, the kind of film people I want to be around. But it feels like every year there is a movie that gets panned or called this, that, and the other, every name under the sun. Definitely during the award season, like every year, there's always one that everyone seems to love piling on, and I always seem to really like that movie. Green Book was one example of it. I actually really enjoyed that movie, though I understand from the subtext, like historical accuracy is a bit all over the place when it comes to the actual people that Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala really are portraying. And this year it's been the way I've been seeing things like saying the films like homophobic and fat phobic, and I mean that's what people in that community, those communities, have taken away from the movie. Then fair enough. Personally, I just saw it as a man heavily grieving at the loss of his true love and basically finding comfort in just snacking and getting eaten and so on, and eventually just ballooning out to this big size. And size in regards to the homophobia aspect, unless you talk about the fucking door to door pasta guy, who definitely imply that he's miserable because he's gay. Like, yeah, that's a fucking religious nut. That's what this character is. And Brendan Fraser's character rightly tells him to fuck off, basically. But implying that the wife is also homophobic, I'm sorry, like the wife, like end of the day, her husband that she had a kid with has left him for someone else. Doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl or someone anywhere in between. She's gonna have the same reactions and be bitter towards them choices, regardless of if it was gay or not. If that's what people say homophobia in, I'm sorry, like yeah, this ain't great piece, but it's just examples that there are films that it feels like I am not allowed to like because they have certain themes and no one's allowed to opinion on the internet. Like Hogwarts Legacy for one has been an exhausting thing. I have no intention on playing the game, but good lord, it's hilarious how people that have been going out of their way to try and boycott this are just giving it free publicity, and I'm guaranteeing that's going to be the highest in the game this year, like hands down. But it gets tiresome. The social media aspect of doing the film reviews gets tiresome. I just want to sit down, eat my popcorn, enjoy a movie, talk about the cinematography, the sound design, the acting. I want to. That's what I want to get into. But everyone always seems to want to hunt and nitpick at certain subtexts, and half time these are definitely not intentional. And the point is always like maybe not be intentional, but the thing is it's there, and it's I don't know. It feels like you can't enjoy a movie anymore these days. I still love movies, but some of the attitudes I've seen from personalities online, particularly on Twitter, has been exhausting and mentally draining. Has left me very unmotivated to making content. I created this YouTube channel as an outlet to talk about my love of movies, and after 5 years, I don't really have a solid follower base. Like from what I know, it's mostly fellow reviewers that have come to this channel to see what I thought of a movie, and I am glad. Like this has given me a lot of opportunities. It's given me a chance to meet folk, but in my personal life, like I have been struggling financially for a long time. Like I've been using the same crappy USB mic for a couple of years, and it's only a couple of £100 to invest in a decent Blue Yeti, but I never had that £200 to spare, and finding motivation to just do stuff because at the age of like I'm 27 now, and it always feels like I'm behind. Whether it's work wise, when I'm working with people that are younger than me right now behind the bar, getting into the film, television career path. Like I've only just got an editing gig on a micro budget film. I can't really talk too much about, but even that I've not had motivation to keep doing because the pay is quite low, and it's just like after I do this, like is that the only pay gig I'm ever going to get? Um, and and when it comes to the film reviewers, like there's people that have been doing it for less than a year that have a bigger following and have more connections and get access to these screeners. I will admit I've not probably tried as hard as I should be to try and get into these press screenings. But the sad fact is that I live up north and it feels like all the activity and the hub of film criticism and advanced screenings, they're always in London, and I don't drive. I can hardly afford to get down to London most months. Whenever I go down, it's always for a few days to see a good friend of mine stay at his. Um, but I always have this sense that I am falling behind. That just leaves me very unmotivated. Like it just feels unmotivated to create content. Like I'll create these reviews. I know everyone does reviews, so I occasionally try and do something different. Like I've had ideas floating in my head of stuff I want to do on this channel. I just never feel like I have the energy to do because I don't feel like anyone's gonna watch it. I don't feel like the sound's gonna be good anyone. I'm worried that does anyone even care about the subject. Like in the past, I'd literally written up a whole script to a Tarzan video essay, the animated film, and the Jojo Rabbit video essay on why I feel like people deeming it the cringe Hitler movie is just fucking pathetic at this point. And I wanted to start doing these because I got massively into history during the lockdown period. I wanted to start doing these little videos of historic events like that should get made into movies. For example, the 388th Bomber Regiment from Russia to the Harlem Hellfighters to the Lady in the Dark to even the Christmas Troops. Like, how has that not been a movie yet? Like, I would love to like go into these stories, talk about why I think they should be made movies and how they can be approached as making movies, but it would be new content, and it takes a lot more effort to write these essay sort of contents rather than sit down, press record, rank a few things, review a few things. I mean, I know it's not easy. It's not easy to get up on the camera and put yourself out there. Shit, I didn't put myself on camera for my first year on the channel. I was using slideshow stills to be the visual, and it was rubbish. It was very rubbish quality. But yeah, I don't know. It just always feels like I'm behind mentally. I've been sure I've not been motivated to do anything. I'm terrible at reaching out and getting involved in these communities, like fellow film critic communities, and I guess there's always that dread of being far behind that feeling and letting it lower my motivation, making me fall even further behind. It just hasn't. It's not been great, and motivation wise, I've not been able to just sit down and just get a review out. I plan to do. They are coming back. And I say, yeah, I promise I'll get a review out a week. I have not stuck to that, and that's why I'm getting this video out now. Yeah. I mean, long story short, I'm just not okay at the moment. I've not been a good frame of mind for quite a while, but I don't like leaning on people because I feel like I'm putting a lot of weight on them because I'm usually the one that's lent on when people are going through some like big shit. Um, and I have just been keep it bottled up, and I'm hoping that with me just venting and getting it out on this video today, like this video probably won't be up for long. I feel like as soon as I get a new review out, this video will cease to have all meaning and I'll remove it. This is just like a small placeholder update of where I've been this whole time. Just in case there is one or two people that are actually regular viewers of this channel that are wondering why has Josh the Movement does not upload the video yet, which would be great if someone was actually thinking that, but no, it is. I don't know, it's giving all that energy to put content out there to a very minimal response, and it's easy to get blindsided by the numbers and falling behind, especially now that staggered film lists are coming back in a big way. Now, like Missing has been out for a few weeks now in the States. I've been looking forward to that because Searching was the first review I did where I actually had a producer comment on the video, and that was mind blowing to me. So seeing them come out for this new film, I have no doubt it's going to be great when I finally watch it. It doesn't come out in the UK until April. Like, it feels like as a UK film reviewer, you have to live in London to even have a chance of like getting these press screenings and getting content out there. And I am not there yet. I have got the mental struggles, I got the financial struggles, I've got the whole shebang. And to clarify, this is not a cry for attention. This isn't a plea for help. This is just me using this video as an outlet to get shit off my chest. So hopefully it gets it all out, and I don't have to keep it bottled in, and therefore I can hopefully move forward and start getting committed and just enjoy making the videos again. Like I've always enjoyed talking about films, but sometimes I just felt like a chore when I've gone to put the videos out. I feel like I'm always behind on getting the reviews out, and when I do get them out, is that I'm more motivated to get reviews out for films that I've seen hope a couple of weeks in advance, like a release that comes out in the UK before the United States. I rush to get that out immediately because I want to get on top of that when it's hot and be one of the first people to get it out, so people are looking for it. When it's been a film that's been out for a few weeks elsewhere, I always wonder, do I bother reviewing something that's been out for 2 months elsewhere in the world, even if I really love the movie, because I feel like anyone that wants to find out about the movie will have seen it by now. Therefore, the need for them to see a review on the internet is a moot point. Yeah, this has been a long video. I'm just looking at the recording now. It's been 15 minutes since I've hit record. I will not be editing this. My thought is just going to be straight to the point. But yeah, TLDR is I have this move and I've just allowed myself to get mentally exhausted. I don't feel like I'm living on me. I feel like I'm just going day by day. And this hobby I started as a passion for film. I feel like a lot of my love for a movie or just wanting to talk about movies has been shot down just because of some elitist attitudes I have seen by some elements of the film Twitter community. And it's just exhausting when you just see someone that keeps giving these shit takes over and over again, keep getting shared by people pointing out how shit these takes are. Like, will it kill people to put that much energy in the clip and still making a valid, great point on a movie and sharing that as opposed to sharing the obviously shit take and giving that person more clout? Like, I take for granted nothing that I've been able to do these last 5 years on the channel. Like I said, the friends I made in London that I see during the London Film Festival, it's always a great time to see them. I love checking out their content when I have time to do, but I've not even been mentally had the mental energy to check out other people's content lately. That's how just my mentally drained I've been recently. Yeah, it's I don't know, I feel like I just exist at the moment, and unless I directly make an effort to get involved with people, whether that be in the film critic community or in a friend group or in anything, I feel like I am left behind. And it's a shitty feeling that I'm trying to get out. 'Cause I know it's definitely all in my own head. Like, I've been doing this shit for years. I have been going through mental struggles for years. So this is nothing new to me. But regardless, I just wanted to lay that out there of why I keep having these extensive breaks on the channel. Like, I did actually plan to quit the channel not last year but the year before, and one of my fellow YouTube friends, Luke, he basically him combined with the film Tick Tick Boom, like just reignited that passion, just slapped some sense into me a little bit, and can't thank that him enough. And guess this is my way of giving myself the kick up the ass to get back on it. Like, coming up, well, we got Creed 3 and Cocaine Bear. This is going to be a fun couple of films to review. Scream 6, can't wait to see that. But yeah, look at that, films that have come out this year so far. Like I say, Failmans. Let's have some quick fire reviews to round this off, just so you have a little bit of film content on this movie for this channel. Um, Failmans is absolutely brilliant. Puss in Boots' Last Wish is really good. I thought Knock at the Cabin was mid, quite personally. Empire Light didn't really work for me. Babylon was decent. I did appreciate the film aspects of it, like the whole, what was it, 8 take scene. That is the most accurate film set I have ever seen on a movie. Everyone know what it's like on an actual film set and how everything has to work at the same time, not just the actors, but everything has to work. That scene should be put in any film class going because that's the most accurate portrayal of a film set I've seen. Like, with a bit less swearing, but I've had those moments on these like micro budget or just no budget short film sets where there's just been a lot of passive aggressive thrown around. Like, replace the anger of the movie with the passive aggressiveness, and you've literally got a completely accurate portrayal of what's on there. In terms of like the awards ceremony, I tend to keep out of award stuff. Like, recently I've seen people implant the BAFTAs are racist, and it really pisses me off that, like, if you're white, you can't have your talents appreciated. Bearing in mind, everything everywhere, including the actors, should get all the awards. But I'm getting sick of seeing these same takes every year where if person of color wins, it's progressive, but if person of color doesn't win, it's racist, and that's exhausting. And it's put me off like just following film like award season at all. Whoever wins it, end of the day, the awards. It's great to give people recognition for what they've achieved, but consider the amount of films that come out every single freaking year. There are hundreds that come out every year, and only a small handful even get nominated for awards. So just getting nominated in the first place is a big achievement in itself. And I don't feel like anyone should ever understate that aspect of things. But then again, BAFTA did crap the bed by having the awards announced before a televised event. Like, come on, man, give these people a shot in the sun. BAFTA used to vouch for you as a superior award show, but now Oscars are taking it back over, so that's fine. But yeah, some quick predictions. Like, I feel like the Fablemans probably will win it, but I hope for everything everywhere all at once. Gonna mispronounce his name. Kei Hung Kwan from Everything Everywhere. He deserve it. Like both the leads in Everything Everywhere deserve it, and Stephanie Shu as well needs to win the award. Though I do like Jamie Lee Curtis is now an Oscar nominee. I do like that. Jamie Lee Curtis deserves that hands down. Spielberg will probably win for the Filmans. I admit I have not seen every movie that's come out of Warseed yet. I've not seen Banshees yet. I've not seen Tar yet. But I'll get round to them in the next week or so. Maybe I'll do some very late reviews of them. Maybe I'll go back to what I did in 2020 where I just reviewed old films, like old classics, and get some of that back because I really enjoy doing those little series where I just look at old classics. One of my favorite reviews I ever did was the Exorcist review because during lockdown I thought, right, I'll watch it and I'll review it, and it just opened my mind of how I just sat through one of the greatest horror movies I've ever seen. I've been putting off watching it forever because of the hype. Yeah, I've been going on too long. Like I said, this video is not going to be up for too long. Like if you are watching and you have sat through fuck 22 minutes of this, then thank you. But yeah, I aim to get better. I aim to get back on the channel. I aim to try and get more interactive in the film community because I feel like this self isolation of myself is not doing me any good. I need to get people. Well, I need to get back into some of things. So yeah, thank you for your patience. Those that might be waiting for a review. Just quickly as well, A Great Score Season 5 stuck a landing and Vox Rocket Season 2 was really good. Those are two things I did review last seasons they had, but did review them this time for the reasons I outlined above. Yeah, hopefully you'll see a review from me within the next week or so. We've got some good films coming out. Um, yeah, my name is Josh. I've been your movie apprentice, and I'll see you on the next review.